guys, like, if you have a dream of anything, if you want to open a cafe or anything, try to go for it and make that happen. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to talk about how I found my life purpose and how you can find yours. So get ready for my TED Talk and let's get right into that. Before we get into the video, make sure you leave me a comment below telling me what would your dream life look like? What would your dream job be? Because I think that is very interesting. Where do I even start? Alright, so as every normal German kid, I went into school, I went into high school, and I never really faced the question like what I wanted to do in my life until like year 8 or 9 probably. And then that question came up and I just always said like I want to go traveling, so I'm gonna go to Australia. So I never actually thought about, okay, what am I actually gonna do in my life? And then yeah, I came into year 12 and we got given this like really thick book, like a proper thick book with all uni classes in there, and I remember thinking like, what the fuck am I supposed to study? Like, there are thousands of classes and I can't pick one. Like, what's wrong with me? So I had a lot of interest, and every 2 weeks I changed my mind. I wanted to do nutrition and environment something, online marketing, business, like all different kind of things. And I literally jumped from like one into the next like every 2 weeks. And yeah, I never really made up my mind like what I wanted to do, because as I said, I always thought like I'm going to Australia anyways. Yeah, then I was in Australia and I thought, okay, I'm gonna have the best year of my life. I did, so that's true. I'm gonna have the best year of my life and I'm gonna find my life purpose. Wow. Yeah, the year was over. Obviously Emily didn't find her life purpose, and I didn't want to go home. I just didn't want to go home. So I decided to stay in Australia for a second year, and I decided that fairly early, and I didn't really tell anyone of my friends or family. So when I finally decided to tell them, as you can imagine, the responses were not great, let's say that. So my parents were like, what the fuck is going on? Like, when are you gonna go to uni? Like, you're so old. Keep in mind, I was 19 years old. You're so old and you need to figure out what you wanted to do in life, and you can't just keep traveling. Like, what do you actually want to do? Blah, blah, blah. So it took me a while to convince them that doesn't matter what they're saying, I'm gonna stay for a second year. So that's what I did. So I stayed for a second year, and during my first year and then during the beginning of my second year, I met some amazing people, and I met a lot of people that were older than I was. So apparently I was so old with 19 and I needed to figure out what to do in my life. But I met all these people. Some of them were like 27, 28, and they had no idea what to do in life. And I always thought, okay, by 26 I'm gonna like get kids, I'm gonna have a safe job, all that stuff. So I met all these people, and for me it was like completely new, because all Germans go to Australia when they're literally like 18, 19. Some of them older when they're like done with uni and stuff, but you have a lot of really young people in Australia from Germany. So I always thought it's like a gap year thing, and no one is really older here. So then I met all these people that were between like 24 and 27. And I kind of realized, like, you know what, like, you're only as old as you really feel like you are. Like, society makes this thing up around, like, in your 20s you're supposed to have fun and then afterwards it's over. Whereas that's, like, not the case. That's when I kind of realized, like, it's actually not about age at all. And some of them, I met tons of people that were in uni for 10 years and studied something, and then they realized, you know what, that's actually not what I wanted to do, and they completely switched and are doing something completely else right now. And yeah, that's when I kind of realized, I don't know if uni is the right thing for me. So I don't want to say don't go to uni, but personally I was just interested in like creative things, and I didn't really see any point in going to uni for 3 or 4 years to then yeah, realize maybe that's not even for me. So I didn't really have one topic where I was like, okay, I'm so passionate about that. So yeah, I think if I would have been like, I'm so passionate about medicine, I would have loved to go to uni for 10 years and then became a doctor, but I just didn't really have one topic where I was like proper passionate about something, so I didn't want to force myself to going to uni. So I kept traveling, and time kept passing by. So for everyone who doesn't know me, I'm still in Australia, and I'm gonna come home like August-ish if everything works out. We will see. But yeah, weeks kept passing and my mind kept wondering, Emily, what are you actually gonna do in your life? I thought, you know what, I started with YouTube and Instagram during all my time, like while I was away in Australia. I captured all my memories and stuff, so I thought I'm actually really interested in that. So I did an online course in digital marketing, and I realized this is actually really interesting and I would like to learn more about it. So I went to Melbourne, and I got a job as a digital marketing assistant, even though I just done an online course. And that can show you that these days it's not all about degrees. I got a fucking job in Melbourne as a digital marketing assistant in a television company, even though I only had that online course which was 4 weeks long. And yeah, that just showed me you don't actually need a degree. There's so many things, especially nowadays, you don't need a degree for them anymore. So yeah, I worked there, and I got the job and I didn't need a good degree. So I was thinking, you know what, this is sick, like I'm just gonna do online courses and then I'm gonna do something like that. But during my time working there, I realized there are actually quite a lot of things I obviously didn't know yet. So I thought I wanted to do like a proper course. So what else is there? So that's when I decided to do, or to look into, either traineeships or apprenticeships. I actually found a really good one in Berlin. So I'm moving to Berlin in August and I can't wait. And I'm gonna start my apprenticeship in marketing communications. So is that the right thing for me? I don't know yet. Will I gonna do it the whole life? I don't know yet, but you know what? You never know until you try. So I'm gonna give it a go and then see how it goes. So overall, I can say that traveling helped me a lot, like finding out what I actually wanted to do. I'm not gonna say like you need to travel to find out what you want to do. I'm just saying that there's so many people these days that finish high school and everyone like kind of expects them to go to uni. So many people just go to uni because everyone like expects them to go to uni, and they just study something to study. They don't actually want to study that subject, and that is the most stupid thing you can ever do. You know what I mean? Don't go to uni if you don't want to, if you don't have a subject where you're like, I want to learn more about this. Don't go to uni just because other people expect you to go to uni. But let's get into how you can figure out what to do in your life. So you probably just finished school or even uni or something and you feel a bit stuck. I felt the exact same way. And if you don't really know what you want to do, go traveling. Traveling is the most amazing thing you will ever do. You will meet so many nice people. You will just have the time of your life, hopefully, and you do realize quite a lot of things. I know it's like a thing like gap year, for real. You have the opportunity to go traveling after high school, so you know what, just do it, and you won't find your life purpose, but you will find out what you do like and what you don't like. Like during my year in Australia, or during my 2 years in Australia, I had over 8 or 9 different jobs, and I learned a lot about what I wanted and what I didn't want. So that's my first tip. My second tip is, if you think you are interested in a field, try to do like some sort of internship or try to work in the job just to see if you really like it. For me, I was so glad I done that job in Melbourne as a digital marketing assistant, because it just showed me like digital marketing can be very yeah, you have to like analyze a lot. You have to be really good with mathematics and just numbers in general, which I am, but yeah, I just wanted it to be a bit more creative, so that's why I switched to marketing communications. So yeah, if you think you're gonna like something, try to do an internship or online course or anything in that field, just to yeah, show you what it's really about. My third tip is gonna be just to list out. So get yourself a paper and a pen and just write down 3 to 5 interests, or just yeah, things you're really good at or interests you have, and then write them down, and then think about a job in that field, and then think about what do you actually need for that job. If it's something in the creative field, do you really need a bachelor's degree? Probably not, so you don't need to do it. If you want to become a doctor, do you need a degree? Yes, you definitely do. So you should probably go to uni. So just do that, but never forget, just write down things you're actually interested about and good at. Don't just write jobs down that will make you good money. Another option for that could be to write down what you love, what the world needs, what you're good at, and what you can get paid for. So write down these 4 things and then you will figure out something. But guys, like, if you have a dream of anything, if you want to open a cafe or anything, try to go for it and make that happen. I personally heard it so many times that people said, like, just do a job you actually enjoy and love. And I like kind of always heard that in my head, but I was always thinking like, no, like I want money. So at a time in my life, I only thought about like jobs that can actually get me money. I remember I was in school and teachers were always like asking like what jobs we wanted to do. Like if you want to become a songwriter or something, they would say like, no, go for something safe. And there is no such thing as safe. Like in these times, you actually get to see how unsafe everything is. Like even if you have a safe job, you can get fired at any time. So you can lose your job even if you have a safe job, and even if you go for a safe career. Why would you waste your whole life doing something you don't actually enjoy? So if you have something you would like to do, just go for it, and then at least you tried, you know? And then you're not sitting there when you're older thinking, oh, I wish I would have tried, or what would have happened if I would have tried to pursue my life dream. So if you have a dream already, just go for it and try to make it happen, and don't let other people tell you, no, you need this degree first, or you can't do that job because it's not safe, because nothing is safe these days. So my last tip for that is, if you don't really know what your dream is yet, I personally think that everyone has a dream. So what helped me a lot, and I know this will sound very cliche, like do meditation and start with yoga. Well, it helps though. Like try to do meditation, try to get into meditation. So you're basically just sitting there and you're breathing in, breathing out, and I can link you some like good meditations below where they basically help you create the life you want. So basically just like look inside you what you actually want to do, and then do that meditation for, don't know, couple weeks, months, until you kind of figure out, you know, I would like to help people, I would like to help animals, I would like to be creative and become a singer. There's so many different things. So after you're done with all that meditation, ask yourself the question, what would I do if it wouldn't be about money? If everyone would have money and you wouldn't do that job to get money, what would you do? Because that's really, that answer is what you should do. And if that didn't make you realize that you should actually follow your dreams, think about it that way. So I always thought, okay, I might become an environmentalist, or I want to get into nutrition. If I would get into nutrition, I would sit there with people, and for some people it would be like the life purpose would be all they ever wanted to achieve, and I would be like half-ish in. So I would sit there with all these people, so of course they're going to be way better than I am. So even though I'm going to go for a safe job, there are going to be so many people that are going to be way better than I am. So I'm still not going to make that much money, and it's not going to fulfill me. But if I'm actually going to go for my dreams, I'm going to be doing the best I can to fulfill those dreams. So I'm going to be way better than so many other people. So yeah, that's why you should always go for the dreams, because you're going to put everything into that. So I don't think you will fail. Even if you do, at least you tried. You can always go for a safe job afterwards. It's not like your life is over once you hit 30 or 40, even 50. You can always switch jobs. You don't need to do one job for the rest of your life. So yeah, that's really just what I wanted to say, because since being here, since traveling, I got so many questions about, yeah, when you're going to uni, when you're doing this, when you're doing that, and it's really not, that's not what life is about. It's not even about money. Like, money is such a weird thing if you think about it. It's just a fucking paper that rules everything. So, yes, TED Talk over. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please leave me a comment below telling me what you want to do in your life, like what you want to become, what your dream life would be. And for me, it would definitely be to be location independent. I want to travel, and I would love to work on my own. I want to be my own boss. But yeah, we will see how everything goes. But I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.